Hi. What's up? Oh, Boonvale. So cool. Now. The other guy has a bunch of Radan swords, by the way. Like, this is the first one. I have seen him already having, like, the DLC ones. At least one of them. Are invasions harder in Elden Ring or Dark Souls 3? That's an interesting question. I actually am not really Dark Souls 3 guy. Barely played the game, played like a little bit at the release. After that, played like a one tournament. And that's honestly about it. I don't have much of experience with Dark Souls 3. That being said, I have seen shit tons of footage from Dark Souls 3 PvP. And Dark Souls 3 PvP had that dynamic of gankers versus invaders, where like you kinda always had that gamer with you, potential like a co-invader with you, that would come sooner or later against a proper gang squad. So it was always like a 4 versus 2, 3 versus 2, like a 3 versus 3, got the point, yeah? In Elden Ring though, you don't have anything like that, and frankly, if you have dedicated ganker squad that doesn't want to give you an opportunity to win, you are not going to win. This game, in comparison, is extremely host-sided. Like, for example, back in the days of Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2, yeah? When you didn't have the 6-player limit. So, like, you couldn't have situations of, like, 3 versus 2 or, like, 3 versus 3 in the open world like it was in Dark Souls 3, like it's... So, back in the days of Dark Souls 1, the time to kill was super fast, like 2 backstabs and the opponent is gone pretty much, yeah? The dynamic of like one invader versus 3 gankers, even though like gankers could be like very good at the game, it was still quite winnable. In case of Dark Souls 2, co-opers couldn't actually heal, which was also to huge benefit of an invader. Like, invader also couldn't heal, but it was a little bit different story, because you could always use some sort of the spells and so on and so forth. So, like, invader had possibility to use environment to their advantage. And on top of that, oh, this guy is fat rolling, lol. And on top of that, like, there was basically, like, in vast majority of the cases, it wasn't worth to heal for the ganker in the middle of the combat, because they could, like, get heavily punished for it. Like, the ganker's gang squad would have to be extremely well prepared and cooperate very well. Like, there was more opportunities to get rid of particular, like, guys from the world and essentially win the gang's punk. Whereas the time to kill in Dark Souls 3 was low enough, you couldn't usually just 100-0 someone without being consistently, like, very good, way better than your opponent, or just, like, predict everything very well, like to the point so you could like vortex someone from 100-0. You had like that cooperator of your own, that is like a co-invader of your own, that you could potentially win the invasion with, yeah? And then in Elden Ring you have nothing like that. So yeah, I would say probably like playing against gankers in Elden Ring is the hardest out of pretty much every single Souls game you could think of. I'm not sure about Demon Souls though, or Bloodborne. But yeah, like in Bloodborne you can probably like one-shot someone just like that with the gun and fucking like repost, so like it's probably same story. Okay, let's see. Oh, Puri Master. Oh, Puri God. Whoop. 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 Oh shit, look. This guy was AFK and now he's not. Insane. I would say that like a playing against scrubs though, like just you know, like basically pub stomping is the most fun in this game in comparison to another. In Dark Souls 1, let's say, playing against bot players is not fun at all. In Dark Souls 2, pretty much the same story for a little bit different reasons, but yeah, it's not fun. In Dark Souls 3, at least from my like very limited experience, it's a little bit better, but in Elden Ring, because of these artificial advantages that like a host usually have, and overall the game design, especially spammability of particular like moves, well, vast majority of moves in the game, frankly, then playing against people that are not PvP ready or are PvP ready but also like just doing regular co-op is probably the most fun in this game. And I don't know if I particularly enjoy it. I would prefer to play against PvP ready people and take the most out of it. But at the same time, like, yeah, like killing so-called scrubs in Elden Ring is without a doubt, at least to me, the most enjoyable experience out of all the other games, because in other games that task is usually just simply too easy. What I mean by that, in Dark Souls 1, when you are going to fight a scrub that doesn't have PvP ready build with good defenses and so on and so forth, they are just dying in one backstab. In Dark Souls 2, like a scrub that is not very good at the game usually is just going to be alone in his world anyway, because of the matchmaking formula that you can literally invade anyone in Dark Souls 2, even if the area is already cleared out. And on top of that, like, you have that additional funny thing, which like your HP deteriorates in Dark Souls 2, which is pretty hilarious if you think about it. Well, like, you can have minus 50% HP just because you cannot progress through the area. So like, and you can get invaded. So that's pretty hilarious that it's working like that. Because you are essentially, as a bad player, you're being punished for being actually bad. And like, you're getting punished heavily for being like bad at the game. Not only by the game itself, but also by the fact that other like very well experienced player can literally invade your world and fuck you over. Yeah, like Dark Souls 2 invasions are not very fun because of it. Like Dark Souls 2 invasions require, in my opinion, that system that we have in Elden Ring, so you cannot invade just like the host on his own. Although some people like it, yeah? Because like, I guess like I'm talking from the perspective of very experienced PvPer. But like someone that, let's say, is not very experienced and they just like kind of want to dip their toes into like a PvP, then I guess like that Dark Souls 2 system is very enjoyable for them. Because like someone that is like new to the PvP, when they are playing Elden Ring, they are getting absolutely stomped, yeah? Like, being an invader for probably vast majority of people that are not very experienced with PvP is just miserable experience. But yeah, like, just speaking from my personal experience, yeah, like, invasions in this game are probably the most fun because usually you are going to invade scrubs. And since invasions in Elden Ring are the best against scrubs, in the meaning that like in comparison to other games, then yeah, like the equation is pretty simple. Just invasions in this game are the most enjoyable because of it, because fighting against scrubs can still be like very challenging despite like players on the other side not being very good. Hi. Insane. Oh, wait. He's still alive, what the fuck? He's still alive! One here. Second there. And third one. And there is third. The freaking like... Well, insane fight, not gonna lie. I think I have a plan. I think we're gonna do something giga funny. Oh, one gun. Well, insane fight, I would say. GG. Oh shit. Oh shit! What? Where did that came from? Lol, there is a void. Fuck. Okay. Well, two hyper armor weapons actually required me to pull off heavy artillery. One accidental mistake could end up like me getting like bodied. You love to see it. Thanks for refill, Void. Thrusting. Ah, right. Okay, you cannot die here.
Yeah,
okay, that's crazy. Whoa. Well, do it. Well, thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. You indeed did it. Do you think like the gamer is gonna like mash out of hit stun? Okay. Goat. Broski doesn't care about the pressure. He is the one pressuring you. Wow. The fucking kill steel toe. Ah. I had like a hope that I'm gonna hit both of them. Oh! Wrong killing thing, actually. I got so lucky here, by the way. Got running attack. Nice. Did he just... Okay, for a second I thought like one of them actually fell, but no. No! We got Leagard! Okay, thankfully, he was smashing. Dude, it would be such a bad situation to be in if not for the fact like he actually just like mashed Brain Deadly. Okay. This guy actually like wasn't exactly like playing terribly, by the way. Started panicking like at the end, but that's about it. Whoa. Oh. Well, poor gamer. Insane. GG. Oh, look. And two gamers. What's up, my dudes? Oh! Wow. Follow up? Oh. Whoa. Whoa. Insane, not gonna lie. Bro is looking like Dracula, by the way. Whoop. Oh. My bad. Broski thinks like he's playing Dark Souls 1, by the way, insane. Like, this weapon is not the best against Rakshasa, frankly. You think he actually caught the memo? Probably not. Oh, he tries to mix up with the R2 now. Oh. How the fuck these people actually get so far into the game? Actually impressive.